Take 5. I'm top 0.5% fan.
Top 0.5% fan of Beyonce?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, come have a meeting with us.
All right, what's up, beautiful?
Cut or
And action.
action?
All right, what's up, beautiful people? We thought it would be a good idea to get on here and kind of explain what we've been up to, what we've got coming up, and
Just give an update.
An update, yeah.
Updating you all on how this process has been and is about to be and what we're going through.
Yeah, we want to take you along this journey with us as it's kind of happening.
Yeah. This isn't like a normal house renovation. It's got guidelines and
it's
restrictions.
A historic home.
Yeah, it's a historic home, which we kind of knew that a little bit whenever we purchased the home. But recently we found out that the house was actually built in 1886, not 1930s like we thought.
Mm-hmm.
And so knowing that and finding out that information has led us to be like, wait, we actually don't think we can do all this stuff that we want to do without at least getting permits or asking permission
and yeah,
go through a bunch of jumps and leaps, which is totally fine. Since finding out that this house was built so long ago, we, now we're like, okay, everything's like on pause, and it will be on pause for the most part. We'll still get to do some things.
Yeah, so basically owning a historic home in Little Rock means that you have to comply with the CZDC, and not just any historic home. It has to fall within the historic zone, which is, or capital zoning district, which is the Mansion District and the Capital District. It's all focused around the capital, basically. And so if you have a home, we're right on the edge. We're right on the edge.
Literally the house, the place next to us is not
the last house in
part of it.
Zone N. And so now we have to comply with all the CZDC laws and regulations.
This has been very stressful because going into this, like, I didn't realize all of this, and we have big goals and plans for this house that desperately
we kind of knew,
but not to this extent,
but not to the extent in which
we knew that we would
like
have to do
all the things you had to do with the CZDC.
Yeah,
we knew there would be something, but not this,
all of it. Yeah, and so it's been pretty stressful the last couple of weeks, just because it's been fun learning about the house and digging up like old newspaper articles. Like there's one about a stolen cow and like the 1886 to be returned to 2223 Main, or like 1900
burglary
in 1900 at our place, and just learning about like
the house was ransacked.
Another article that we found is for sale, a cottage on South Main, good water and desirable locality, will sell cheap for cash or on time at 2223 Main Street.
It's basically what our listing was like.
Yeah, and the original owner, his name was William Scott. He was an Irish immigrant. He was an engineer working on the railroad here. He had a wife and 3 kids. We found his his death certificate and where he was buried in the.
He went senile.
The historic, he went senile, which we learned there was not a lot of words to describe Alzheimer's.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
A lot of things that have proper wording now. But we found out a lot of stuff, and it's so interesting and amazing, but very stressful, because now we're like, well, crap, like, the last couple of weeks we've been like, well, what if they say no to our stuff? What if they don't like it? What if we bought this house and we can't do anything? What if, and like me, I romanticize everything. So this house, I can already visualize it and I can see it. I know exactly how I want it to be. And going into this, not knowing like if they'll say yes or not, and even being able to get a proper meeting and everything around the holidays, it's just been.
So we've been trying to communicate, because we want to do everything correct and the right way. And so we've been trying to communicate with the CZDC just to get a meeting, just to like speak with them. And
we've heard horror stories.
Yeah, like we've heard that they, you know, are kind of tough to deal with, like any kind of city agency, you know, that is dealing with permits or and such. Like they can be difficult, right? And so we just wanted to get an initial meeting to speak with them and kind of share our plans and get on the same page and let them know like what we're doing. And we also don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, well,
there could be heavy fines and such. And so fortunately, Little Rock is like kind of small, and Stephanie is a big fish in a little pond.
Oh my gosh, we just know everyone knows everybody here.
We had a connection.
We had a connection.
And we were linked up with somebody that is newly on the board of the CZDC, and they
so helpful,
and they connected us, and we sat down with them recently, 3 members of the board, and
we walked in thinking it was just going to be like
a simple hello, hi,
hi, here's our ideas, and like,
or just like hello, like how does all of this work?
Yeah,
and kind of like a quick meeting. But they sat us down in their big boardroom where they have their, you know, monthly meetings, and it was the three of the board members and us 2, and it went really well. They were really receptive of our plans and our ideas. They think it's you know, they think it's something that's feasible, even though we're, you know, changing the front of the house, and that's like the most historic thing that they want to keep in place. They don't want to, you know, affect the integrity of the front, and the front's going to be affected because we're adding 6 feet to add 2 bathrooms.
Yeah, which is not like it. The way that the house is now, it's just not livable. It is livable if you want to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, there's a half bath on the first floor
and a
full bath on the second floor. But we want every bedroom, which there's 3.
There's 3
to feel like a primary suite.
Yeah, and
have an ensuite, a full bathroom.
Should we talk about our goals? Should we discuss?
We can segue into our plans. What do we want to do?
I keep getting asked online, like, what are your plans for this house? Are we
flipping it?
Are we flipping it? Are we
selling it? We were gonna originally flip it.
Originally, when we bought it, we were just going to flip and sell and, you know, keep rolling and doing all these things, but with other homes and stuff. But as we were developing the designs, I was like, wait,
she wants it.
I want it, and now I can visualize it being totally different than what we originally planned. And when we walked, like, the house has 3 bedrooms and they're huge, and
tall ceilings,
yeah. Big layout, and we want each bedroom to have a full bath, and we want the way we're going to design it is that each bedroom would be a primary suite. Like it would be, and each bedroom would have something different that the other bedrooms wouldn't have. So that way, I guess, to segue into our idea,
like naturally, when we realized that each bedroom should feel that way, it naturally kind of flowed into like, okay, you also stayed at a bed and breakfast recently, but it flowed into the idea of
like, we want to this
could be like a bed and breakfast,
but
not an Airbnb, but like an old
a
school,
boutique, like almost luxury bed and breakfast that you can come in and experience the history of the house and beautiful design. And, you know, either you can stay in a room or rent the whole place out. And we would have, our goal was to, like, you know, have wonderful food prepared in the mornings per people's diets, and really make this, especially this part of Main Street, just wanting, like, to be around it. And the other side goal would be to have it as a wedding venue for small, intimate weddings and gatherings where, you know, it just, our designs and our ideas, it would
just like a really, the property sits on 1/4 of an acre, and so there's this like massive, beautiful old growth tree in the backyard, and we want to incorporate that with, you know, maybe another ADU, additional dwelling unit, and like just a beautiful sanctuary for little events and stuff.
I think that, you know, it's always been in my end goal to have a wedding venue anyway, but this would be but it kind of ties into, like, we have Airbnbs.
It's like the micro wedding venue.
Yeah, micro wedding venue. But also just the younger generation, especially when you think about bed and breakfasts, is you don't
They probably
they
don't.
don't think about them and they don't go to them. It's all Airbnb.
We're on the cusp of like, we didn't go to them growing up. Maybe we stayed in one or two, like with our parents, like growing up, like, but.
And they really are. We're trying to modernize it, like bring it back to like this is cool. Like we want this to be a place where people want to come.
Sexy bed and breakfast.
Well, I don't know. Those aren't the words I was seeking. But
sexy, unique bed and breakfast.
Oh my God, you're trying to do sir? Oh my God. Anyway, our designs for this would be dark and Victorian, but modern. Very like just a luxury, moody kind of like you're walking in and you're just walking into a whole other place. And our plan, I don't know, it's just just trust us, you guys, because it's gonna be
I'm excited for like the yard and the landscaping and everything that we have planned as well.
I feel like it's good that you said experience, because I think every house that we have done or we live in is an experience for people. From what I am told, like my house here, everyone says like it's an amazing experience. Yes, everyone tells me for our house, and here in Arkansas, our house in Colorado, that it's always an experience. Like it really is like you're walking into somewhere that's not like the outside. And we're so excited to kind of like start doing this here and give people something else here. Like we love Little Rock. Just because we also live in Colorado doesn't mean that we're not doing things here too. So we're excited.
Yeah. Little Rock has grown on me.
Yeah. Josh is from Massachusetts, so me and him dating has, brought him here a lot more. And now he like knows where to go now. He's like driving around. He knows how to get places better than I do. And yeah, so, but those are our plans to kind of like finally share it with you guys. But, okay. Pinto has a lot he needs to say about the house. You think it's a good house? Yay, Pinto, thanks!
Pinto approved.
Yeah. So this is with the bathroom addition. Maybe scoot it back some. Yeah, so, and we are wanting to add this portion right here.
Just don't draw on it.
Whoops. We're wanting to add this portion here, which would be a primary bathroom, and there would be one right here and up here, and there would also be windows looking out the other way too. And then we would want to be extending the porch out this way. And yeah, we just feel like it gives the house so much more,
so much more room,
so much
more bathroom space. But what it doesn't do is really change the outside facade of how the house looks, and that's what the CZD cares about. They don't, right? CZDC, ACDC. That's what they care about. They don't want the historical integrity of the outside of the house to change a lot. Is there another drawing that you want to show them?
This is the addition again. I think you should scoot it back.
Another look at the addition. So the uncovered area, you see that covered patio, the uncovered area is what we're adding on, which would be 2 bathrooms stacked on top of each other.
We'll start showing inside stuff and everything on another video, but that right there is the biggest.
Is that my cue to not bring up another?
Yeah, that's your cue. Anyway,
3x3
but that is going to be a key part of the venue concept and idea. But we're not going to say anything further than that, because you'll have to find out about all the design ideas and all the concepts and the mood for this whole house in another video. So, yeah. I don't want to give it all away right now.
Is that you wrapping?
I'm wrapping it up. But yeah. We're going to try to keep you guys along for everything. Some videos might be long, some might be short. The next step is whenever we get back from a trip we have to go on, we will get back in here and start doing a demo on taking off the sheetrock and getting inside.
We can remove drywall.
We can remove drywall and start getting subs in there to figure out like the plan of everything.
There's some other just like random items and stuff that we need to clean up, but we can
work on the inside of the house.
Do some of the inside
to an extent. And so we'll be doing what we can with the amount of time that we have to spare. So
more to come.
But yeah. All right.
See you next time.
Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Da, da, da. I love you and you're cute.